address the group. General comments on the game. Address us as OVC champions.
Well, I thought you saw the heart of a champion today in our players. And look, it started 3 days ago. You know, we had a really tough first round game with SIUE, and then yesterday, you know, the fashion that we won. You know, this team, our motto for the whole year has been nothing but net. This group came back on a mission. We got here last year. And those fifth-year seniors helped us win it today. But we came up short last year, and we didn't perform well on the big stage. But had we not had that experience last year, I don't know that we would have been ready for today. And these two seniors have carried us the last month of the season, and Kiera Hill was unbelievable today off the bench. Just so proud of her. But we had so many other people that also stepped up. Anna Walker, Peyton Carter, Jordan Brock, Reagan Grimes. I can go down the list. But it was, you don't win a championship without a total team effort, and it was just a total team effort over an outstanding basketball team. You know, they've been our kryptonite a little bit for the last couple years. We got to the finals last year and just got out physicaled, shot really poorly. And Jada today, she took notes. She took some notes last year on the bus ride home. We sat together and we talked, and I said, write down what you felt a year ago, last year, so you have it today. And she got up in front of the team and read it and just talked about mentality. And I thought our whole team just displayed a champion's mentality today.
Kiera, would you comment what it was like to have senior leadership like you had from these two and the others on the floor today? Even though you stepped up and contributed so much, you were looking to them for that leadership.
I would just say it's always somebody that has to lead, and then the others have to follow. So when others lead, whenever I'm sorry, I just looked to them and they were leading, and then whenever it was time for me, my number to be called, I stepped up and I got it done and kept leading with them.
Yep.
Coach, to shut Sally Caromo down to just 6 points in 12 minutes, that was a fantastic game plan to isolate her.
Well, we had a really quick turnaround, obviously, from yesterday, which they did as well. And, you know, we've got, and these guys will be the first to say it, we've got an unbelievable coaching staff. Allison Clark put together a fantastic game plan. Allie and Mel and I have been together for, this is 7 years. They came here with me to help us do this. And then Coach Sincor joining us this year, and Coach Bree is our Director of Operations. But Coach Allie had a fantastic game plan today. And, you know, we had the 5 Bs. To be a champion, we had to do the 5 Bs. We had to get ball pressure all day long. We had to be in help side. We had to send them baseline. We had to box out. And Coach Allie has said it since we got here, that it's not always the most talented team that wins, it's the toughest team. And we were the toughest team today. And obviously, Sally's a phenomenal player. She's the player of the year. You know, we got her in foul trouble, and that was huge. Jordan Brock took a huge charge, and that was really big. And so to get, you know, have their best player on the bench, we took advantage of that and continued to play our game. And then even when she did get back in, we kept her in check. And so just really proud of the way that the players bought into the game plan today.
Kiera, career high in points and rebounds, your first career double-double in the championship game of the OVC tournament.
Yeah, Keith.
Were you even thinking about stats, or were you just kind of letting it happen?
I wasn't thinking about stats. I was just, whenever my number was called and they passed it to me, I just went up for each shot and tried to score for my team when we needed it.
Maaliya, obviously the three-point shot has been one of our biggest weapons this season. You guys didn't take that many three-point attempts and really just kind of, it was more of a patient offensive attack with their defense.
Yes, I think that obviously they're a great defensive team. They've held a lot of teams to a very low score, and I think that they defended our three very well. They were there on every catch, and I think they were really pressuring us and trying to take that away. But I think that what makes our team so special is that we're not just shooters. We don't just have shooters on our team, and we were really trying to attack. And with that pressure, it's kind of hard to stay in front of people, and I think that we were attacking and finding some interior passes, like for Key and for Anna, to just get wide open layups because they were so worried about our three.
You know, and I want to comment on that, Thomas. You know, when we played them at Little Rock back in January. I mean, we got our butts kicked. I didn't coach well. We didn't play well. We lost our composure. And so a really wise person texted me after that game and said, Coach, it's a reason it's called a season. And because after that game, we were depleted. We had lost to EIU at home. We got our butts kicked at Little Rock, but we went home, we regrouped, we turned around in a week and played them at home. And you kind of saw the same things in the first half. And then at halftime, our kids responded. We scored 26 points in the third quarter. And while we didn't win that game, what we did win was confidence. And it gave us confidence going into this game. And when I look down here and I see 0 for 6 from the three-point line for Tennessee Tech, which I know they were 0 for 6 as well. But, we are a team that in the past, we have lived and died by the three. And we knew that was something that was going to have to change within our mindset and our team. We weren't going to be able to win a championship living and dying by the three. And to see 0 for 6 and to know that we just cut down a net tells you how much this team has grown in toughness, in maturity, in leadership, and just really in every way.
Jada, you had 12 points, but the biggest number to me on the stat sheet is the 6 assists. Let's talk about trying to find a way to get the ball around against that defense.
Playing against Little Rock, it is tough, but I feel like they were being aggressive, so you have to be aggressive back at that. And I was just, every time I drove in, I saw that they weren't covering the open post, and I was just hitting them. So that's kind of just what I was doing.
Coach, obviously last year against Belmont, that was a tough day to remember, and now a year later, cutting down the nets, and the season is not over, and going to the NCAA tournament. How exciting is that?
It's just so rewarding. And as a coach, you don't sit in this seat unless you've been there. So I've been fortunate enough to, as an assistant coach, to have been there a couple times. I've experienced it. You want these kids to experience it. So for them to get to experience it is pretty awesome. And my athletic director is sitting in here right now, and he took a chance on us and on me in 2016. And he has continued, Mark Wilson has continued to support us and be there every step of the way. And to see our administration, our program, our alumni, I just think about the 5 seniors in 2016 that could have transferred when we came in that stayed. And we didn't win a lot of games those first 2 years. I think we won a total of 17, but we built it the right way. That third year was a breakthrough year. And I just think about all the players that are part of this. I think about Coach Metters and Coach Worrell and what they built at Tennessee Tech. And that's a big shadow. But it's one of the reasons why I wanted to be the head coach here. So to be able to celebrate this with our players that did it, but also our alumni, our fans, and our administration and our families that believed in us is just something that I know none of these guys, they don't even know it yet. I don't even know yet that they know what they've done, but how fun the next couple weeks are going to be.
I have one last question for the players. Lots of banners in the Hooper Evelyn Center signifying the tradition and excellence in the program. You have one now. How exciting is that?
I think that's something, obviously, it's what your dream is. Like when you walk in there every day and you look up and you see all those through history, like that's what you came here for. That's what you work for. That's what you put in all those hours for. And I think to know that we're putting one up there, and for the rest of the time when the Hooper Evelyn's still there, like we're gonna know that was us. Like, and it took everybody. And I think that's something that we just wanted so much, and so we worked so hard for, and it's just really great that we're going to have that.
Just talking a little bit, it's the first time that you guys are going to the NCAA tournament since 2000. Can you just talk about, what it is, or, how important it is to, I guess, break a streak like that, and how you guys can maybe build on this one?
Well, it's why I came here in 2016. It's why Allison Clark and Melanie Walls came with me. We don't build this without those guys. And, I looked up there today and saw so many of our former players that have played for us over the last 6 years, but also so many of the former players that have helped hang banners, like Mo talked about in the Hooper Evelyn Center. They were here today. And so, we got our 1,000th program win this past year. And when we did it, at the time, only 21 teams in the entire country had done that. And so we're back. we have put this program, it's been a long road, and we have not skipped a step in it, but we have these players and the players that have committed to this program over the last 7 years have gotten us back to championship standard, and that's why we came here.
And then just talking, again, a little bit more historical, I mean, 6 of the past 7 conference tournaments were won by Belmont. They're gone now, but now, I guess that kind of leaves a little bit of a power vacuum at top. Now you guys take the first step into, I guess, filling that. Can you just talk about the importance of that first step?
Yeah, when we got to Tech, we weren't just trying to build a team, we were trying to build a program. And I think we've done that with our culture. We've done that with our connection, and your culture is your connection. And so, we've been really good for the last 5 years. We just haven't been able to break that ceiling. We've been right there. And so these kids broke through that ceiling today. Obviously, getting here is really hard. Staying here is even harder. But I know that we will have a committed group in that locker room, when it comes time next year to tip it off, that will be, they will settle for nothing. Now they know what it's like, and once you've experienced it, you understand the sacrifice and the hard work that it takes to get here. And I'm just so proud of these guys for helping us figure it out again.
And then for the players, I mean, has it sunk in for you guys yet that you're going to be playing in the NCAA tournament?
And not
For me, yeah, for me it hasn't.
No.
No, I think it kind of surprised me whenever, like, I just transferred here. This is my first Division I OVC win. I mean, not win, but actual, like, tournament win. And it just surprised me whenever we actually won, and then whenever I got my name called for an award. So that's why you see me a little emotional. But
I think one thing about Kiera, she's one of the hardest workers, like, in practice. I think the whole season, like, obviously coming in, this is a new team, like, we didn't know her, she didn't know us, and it's like playing behind Anna is another thing you have to overcome from being an All-American at JUCO, and I think that she's really helped us so much on and off the court this year. And I think every single day in practice, her energy, like her smile, her laugh, like she's going to go in and she's going to work every single day. And I'm so happy that has paid off for her, because this is what we see every day, and this is what she deserves. Like, and yeah.